Good morning, students. Welcome to lecture 5 of module 3, operational amplifiers. So we'll see even more applications of the amplifier, that is the operational amplifier. So here, similar to the previous class where we had done inverting amplifiers, we will do ideal non-inverting amplifier, which clearly indicates in the circuit you are going to give input to the non-inverting terminal, that is the plus terminal, and the inverting terminal is going to be grounded. And if you observe the directions of the current, since there is no input current, whatever is the current that is flowing in the circuit is constituted from the output side. So IF is moving from V0 to VA, and that particular current cannot enter the op-amp because of high input resistance. Here the current will flow in this particular path through R1. So when compared to inverting and non-inverting, the directions of current is reversed and the input is given to the non-inverting terminal and the inverting terminal will be grounded. Clear? So now an amplifier which amplifies the input without producing any phase shift between input and output is known as non-inverting amplifier. And if you see the particular circuit, point node B is connected to V in, so voltage at point B B, that is node B, voltage at node B VB is equal to V in, and by virtual ground concept, whatever is the voltage appearing at this particular point is the same voltage that is appearing at this particular point VA. So VB is equal to VA, which will be equivalent to V in. Now let us write the equation for the currents I and IF. From the input side, current I is moving from point A to ground. So VA minus voltage at ground is 0. So VA minus 0 by R1. So it is VA by R1, and we know that VA is equivalent to V in. So it is V in by R1. I is equal to V in by R1. Now moving further, if you see the current IF is moving from V0 to VA. So the equation for this particular current IF is V0 minus VA by RF. That is your feedback resistance. So V0 minus VA by RF, which is equivalent to V0 minus V in by RF. Now, when I apply KCL at this particular node A, current entering the node is equivalent to current leaving the node. So IF is entering and I is leaving. So IF is equivalent to I. So when we apply KCL at node A, IF equivalent to I, where IF is V0 minus V in by RF, which is equivalent to V in by R1. Now, when you rearrange the equation by shifting this minus Vn by Rf to the right hand side, so the equation will become somewhat like this: V0 by Rf is equal to Vn by Rf plus Vn by R1. Now taking Vn common on the right hand side, so when I take Vn common and simplify it further, and you cross multiply R1 plus RF divided by R1 RF, and we'll cancel out RF and RF on both the sides. We will get the equation as V naught is equal to R1 plus RF by R1 into V1. So you can further simplify and write the equation as V naught is equal to 1 plus RF by R1 into V1. Now we know that output is equal to gain into input. So the gain of the non-inverting amplifier is equivalent to 1 plus RF by R1. We can see here gain is equal to output by input, which is equal to 1 plus RF by R1. And you can see here we don't have any negative sign. So this clearly indicates us that the input was given to the non-inverting terminal. Now further going ahead, similar to the inverting summer, we can also have a non-inverting summer where the two inputs which I want to add will be given to the non-inverting terminal. The two inputs which I want to add will be given to the non-inverting terminal, and the output will straight away be sum of both V1 and V2. So the signals to be added is applied to the non-inverting terminal. Hence, it is called the non-inverting summer or summing amplifier. So if you compare with the previous circuit, the additional things what we have added here is we have V1 given to the non-inverting terminal and also V2 given to the non-inverting terminal through a resistor, and the current I1 is because of this V1 voltage, and current I2 is because of this V2 voltage. And you can see here the current I1 flows from V1 to VB, and current I2 flows from V2 to VB. So first, let us see the voltage at point B is unknown to us. It is unknown to us. So let the voltage at point B be called as VB only for now. And we also know that by virtual ground concept, whatever is the voltage here appears to be the same at this particular point VA. So by virtual ground, VA will be equivalent to VB. As of now, we are just terming it as VB because we clearly don't know what is the exact voltage at that particular point. If it was straight away connected to ground, we could have called it as 0. Or if it was straight away connected to only one VIN, we could have termed it as VN. So right now, we just term it as the voltage at that particular point is VB, and by virtual ground concept, VA is equivalent to VB. So wherever we are coming across VA, we'll replace it with a value called VB. Now, if you see the input side, we will write the equations for current I1 and I2. Now we know that current I1 is moving from V1 to VB. So V1 minus VB by R1, and I2 is moving from V2 to VB. So the equation for the current will be V2 minus VB by R2. So I2 is equal to V2 minus VB by R2. Now we know that the input current of the op-amp is 0 because of the input resistance Rin, which is equivalent to infinity. So if I apply KCL at this particular node, current entering the node are I1 and I2, current leaving the node, that current is equivalent to 0. So here we will get an equation called I1 plus I2 is equal to 0. Now let us substitute the values of I1 and I2 I1 is equal to V1 minus VB by R1 plus V2 minus VB by R2. So let us shift or simplify the equation where I take all the VB terms on the right hand side. So minus VB by R1 is shifted to the right hand side, and minus VB by R2 is also shifted on the right hand side. So we will get an equation V1 by R1 plus V2 by R2, which is equal to VB by R1 plus VB by R2. So when we further simplify it, we will get an equation where by simplifying it, that is cross multiplying this, R2 into V1, that is your first term, and R1 into V2, that is your second term, divided by product of this two denominators, that is R1 into R2, which is equivalent to taking the VB terms common. When we take the VB terms common, 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. When we further simplify, R1 plus R2 divided by R1 R2 into VB. So we will cancel out R1 R2 and R1 R2 on both the sides. When we cancel out the denominators, the expression for VB will be R2 V1 plus R1 V2 divided by R1 plus R2. So we have got the expression for VB, which is R2 V1 plus R1 V2 divided by R1 plus R2. Now further, we will write the equations for the current I and current IF. Now we can see the current I is moving from point A to ground, and current IF is moving from V0 to VA. So if I have to write the equation for this particular current I, VA minus 0 by R1, current I is equal to VA minus 0 by R, and current IF is equal to V0 minus VA by RF. Current IF is equal to V0 minus VA by RF. So we can see that particular currents, and if I apply KCL at this particular node, IF is equivalent to I. Current entering the node is equivalent to current leaving the node. So we'll see those particular calculations. At node A, I is equal to VA minus 0 by R, which is VA by R, which is equivalent to VB by R. And from the output side, current IF is equal to V0 minus VA by RF. So we know that VA is equivalent to VB by virtual ground. So V0 minus VB by RF. Now when you apply KCL at node A, IF is equivalent to I, which is nothing but V0 minus VB by RF, which is equal to VB by R. Now, when you simplify by taking all the VB terms on the right hand side, V0 by RF is equivalent to VB by RF plus VB by R. Now, when you further simplify by taking the VB term common and simplifying it further, you take the VB term common and simplify further, we will get the expression V0 by RF is equivalent to R plus RF divided by R into RF. RF and RF gets cancelled. We are left off with the output expression, which is equivalent to R plus RF by R into VB. Now we will substitute the previously calculated expression for VB in this particular equation 7. So we will get V naught is equal to R plus RF divided by R into VB. So that particular VB will substitute and the equation will look like this. So when you substitute the equation for VB, V naught is equal to R plus RF into divided by R into R2 V1 plus R1 V2 divided by R1 plus R2. And this entire term is the VB expression which we previously calculated. Now, when you simplify it further, you're going to multiply this term inside. So here R2 into this into V1 divided by the denominator plus R1 into this into V2 divided by the denominator, that is the denominator, common denominator will be R into R1 plus R2. Now if we assume that all the resistance values, that is R, R1, R2 and RF are same, then we can see that this entire term and this entire terms of the resistance will cancel out each other, and we are left out with only V naught, which is equal to V1 plus V2. Now clearly we can see that this particular non-inverting summer, will produce an output voltage which is equivalent to V1 plus V2, which are the voltages which you applied at the non-inverting terminal. And we do not see any negative sign, as the inputs were fed to the non-inverting terminal. So that's it for the day. We'll conclude the class here. In the furthermore classes, we'll see the furthermore applications. Thank you.